One of my mentors has always said that the market doesn't dictate how much business you do, it just dictates how you do business. And so,
Mm,
yeah, and so I kind of just took that and I ran with it and I said, everybody's worried right now, everybody's scared, everybody's cutting their marketing, they're cutting people from their team. I'm going to
mhm,
ramp up. We're in a good cash
mm.
position. I'm ramping up, we're increasing our marketing, we're going to take a larger market share. And that's exactly what we did in 2024.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Hugh Edmonds, and super excited to be here today. I have a fantastic guest. Man, I can't wait for you to hear his story. Listen, they try to hate on my man because he was young. They didn't realize, they didn't see him coming. They thought his age was going to be a problem. Little did they know he was just going to be a problem, period, because he has grown his business. I love the way he's grown it every year. He just keep hitting new benchmarks, new benchmarks. And so, I mean, this gentleman goes across different asset planes. And so, listen, I'm trying to do a great intro, but I'm not going to do it justice. And so I'm going to let him tell you himself just how his story goes and what he's involved in. But I would love to introduce you guys to Mr. Cameron Burke. Mr. Cameron, how you doing today, sir?
Good, brother. Good. I appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely, man. So glad that you're here, man. And listen, I'll be honest with you. I want to dive right in. I want you to take us into your world. Tell us what your main focus is these days. If you want to give us a little bit of an origin story, I love the origin story. So you want to tell us, how you got started. I'm sure the viewers would love to hear that. And then also tell them what markets you're operating in as well. So Cameron, the floor is yours, sir.
Yes, sir. So I'm in Oklahoma City and we buy and sell real estate and help other people buy and sell real estate. And so that is kind of my mission statement. I started real estate. I'm 24 now, started real estate at 18. And I was pretty naive, and when you
Mm,
get into real estate, you think you get your license and you're ready to go, ready to start working with clients. Little did I know, not a lot of people wanted to work with an 18-year-old, which I don't blame them. Didn't have facial hair at the time. If I shave, I look like I'm 15. And so I've got a baby face. And so anyways, got into real estate, very slow. First 9 months, didn't sell any real estate. Right when I got in, it was right after COVID. So it was like March of 2020. And so everything shut down and then it opened back up. It started going crazy. I still wasn't selling deals. And I had a bit of a pity sale at the time. It was a family friend. They worked with me. It did not sit well with me. I was working with an old school brokerage. They were doing what they could. They were doing a great job, but they were telling me, you need to reach out to your sphere. You need to reach out to your family and friends. But, I just graduated, so I didn't quite have a sphere at the time. And it just didn't sit well with me. I was reaching out to people saying, hey, will you work with me? But with no value add. I wasn't adding any value. I didn't even trust myself to buy or sell a house at the time, and so
mm.
I had that pity sale.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors, working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Started marketing on Facebook, of other people's listings, and brokerage reached out to me, that number one team in Oklahoma. I kept reaching out to them. They said, "Hey, why don't you come interview with us?" So we did. And it was me and my wife at the time. She was licensed, and we ended up joining their team. And long story short, found a creative financing option in Oklahoma City. It was a lease purchase company. So they would work with anybody that had challenged credit, challenged work history, but had good income and good reserves to be able to buy a house. So took that, and then took the marketing that I was already doing and started using that. And then I felt like I was adding value to to the market, and of like,
Yeah.
okay, now I'm adding value. Now I can work with people who other agents don't know how to help. So 2021, I sold about 9 million, 22, 12, 23, 14 million as a solo agent. And then 24 was like a banner year. Last year I grew my team. So we've got 17 agents now, and grew my team, and we did 30 million last year. And then that was across 155 transactions. And then 26, I haven't counted our volume yet. We're November now, but we've done 180 transactions roughly. So I believe we're a little over 30 million on the year. And I bought and
Yeah.
sold about 70 houses. So anyways, that's kind of the trajectory. I don't come from money particularly. My mom went to prison when I was 17. So
Mm.
I lived with my grandma for a little bit of time, and then I ended up moving in with my wife. Now moved in with her and her parents until we were about 19, and so I did have a leg up in that sense. But at the same time, I didn't have somebody that was bankrolling me or buying my first house for me or anything like that. And so I like to tell that because there's a lot of people out there that have more unfortunate situations or maybe similar situations that don't think that they can do what I've done, but I believe anybody can. I'm not the smartest. I just kind of go after it. And so, yeah, in terms of assets, we've got just under 60 units. We've got about 25,000 square feet of commercial. That's across industrial and retail and single tenant
Yeah.
building that I own, and then small 8-unit apartment complex. We just bought a 200-acre development, so I'm excited about that. And then the
Yeah.
rest is single family. And so that's kind of what my portfolio looks like. We mainly buy and sell real estate, and that's all I do nowadays. And so we've done about 70 deals this year between bought, sold, double closed, stuff like that. And so, yeah, I like to buy and sell real estate.
Man, you like to buy and sell real estate, and you're good at buying and sell real estate. So, thank you so much for the story. Thank you for a little bit, just a little vulnerability, right? And transparency. Appreciate that. And I'll be honest with you, man. I kind of want to pick your brain a little bit when it comes to some of the strategies that you use. And when I say strategies, I mean core strategies, business wise, and actually core strategies personal, because it sounds like you had to overcome some personal obstacles, right? So sometimes that comes with meditation. Sometimes that comes with therapy. Maybe you might do cold plunge in the morning. Like, what are some business strategies and personal strategies, Cameron, that you can see is really helping you out as you grow your business and actually grow yourself?
hmm So I don't have a rigid morning routine. Um, I would say the number one thing that has helped with stress has been working out. I like to work out.
Mhm. Yep.
Good. Release some
Mhm.
endorphins. I think that everybody should move, whether that's working out,
Sure.
exercising, walking, whatever it is, truly helps.
Yeah.
Um, that's the main thing there. I didn't really have hobbies for a while, but I like to hunt and fish now. That
Got
helps
you.
me quite a bit. And then,
Yeah.
just I think that a lot of times stress comes from not being grateful. So, and
Mhm.
I fall into that as well. But
Mhm.
if I'm stressed about we'll take, for example, I was stressed about some of my bookkeeping the other day because my
Mhm.
keepers are just not, they're not getting it done right now for me. I pay them a lot of money,
Yeah.
send a year. And so I started to get a little stressed about that. And then I was like, I'm grateful I'm just healthy, and
Yeah.
you start bringing it back to gratitude. And it's like, well, does the bookkeeping matter that much? Yes, it
Mhm.
does matter. It's a pretty big deal actually, but it's not the end of the world. It's not gonna make or break anything. So obviously you can't do that with everything. If I'm healthy, I'm happy. My wife is, we got guardianship of my 6-year-old brother. He's doing good, then life is good. And
Yeah.
so taking back to gratitude and just having that perspective has helped quite a bit.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah. No, my wife and I, we have something called a gratitude jar. And so what we'll do, we'll write down things that we're grateful for and we'll put it in the jar.
Oh,
And then,
nice.
2026 is right upon us. At the beginning of 2026, we're going to go through that jar and look at all the different things over the year that we had to be grateful for. And so you bringing up gratitude is an amazing thing. It's hard to be angry and grateful at the same time. It's hard. It's hard to worry and be grateful at the same time. It's hard, you know?
100%.
Yeah,
I like that.
absolutely. Yeah. So I appreciate you, man. Listen, I know things have not always been easy. Imagine business wise, you always talk about personal. I even imagine business wise, things hasn't always been easy. And so I like to just not show people the success, but show people the journey to success,
Mhm.
right? Because people are at different parts of their journey, business owners that's listening and watching different parts. And so are there moments when things got real? Maybe deals went sideways, a moment where you had to pivot fast. If there is a moment you can think of, you mind sharing maybe a moment like that for people that may be stuck, that may be facing adversity right now?
Mhm. So a lot of it comes down to the confidence in decision making, I think.
Mm,
And
mm,
so, for example, back in 2023,
mhm.
market's cranking, everything low inventory. You could throw a nail at a wall and make money on a deal. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
And then all of
Mhm,
a sudden they increase rates. And then they
mhm,
increase rates, and then boom, they ripped the Band-Aid off, and all of a sudden
mhm,
rates went from 0, prime went from 0 to 5 overnight, or whatever it was. Everybody was freaking out at that time. Everybody's like, "We're gonna cut our marketing. We're gonna do this," and, here I am. I've been having a pretty good couple years, and I was stressed out that I was like a one-hit wonder, like, "Oh, this is coming to an end," of
yeah.
like this gravy train is. And so this is the most adversity I've faced, I would say. Thankfully, we do well with selling our deals and whatnot. And of course, we've ran into deals going sideways or contractors taking money. Everything's fixable on that front. But this is like whole market shifting. Everybody
Mhm,
thinks that it's going to go pretty sour. And so I was pretty confident that, one of my mentors has always said that the market doesn't dictate how much business you do, it just dictates how you do business. And so,
mm,
yeah, and so I kinda just took that and I ran with it and I said, everybody's worried right now, everybody's scared, everybody's cutting their marketing, they're cutting people from their team. I'm gonna
mhm,
ramp up. We're in a good cash
mm.
position. I'm ramping up, we're increasing our marketing, we're gonna take a larger market share. And that's exactly what we did in 2024. And so I was confident in that decision and I just ran with it. So
Man,
that's what I would say.
man, give me that quote again. Market doesn't dictate how you do business, just how much, or do I have it reversed?
This is Peter Levinson. This is his quote. Market doesn't dictate how much business you do. It just dictates how you do business.
Mm.
Yeah, and I love that quote.
Yeah, man. You said,
Yeah, he gave me that confidence because a lot of people are like, well, because the market's shifting, therefore I will do less business. And that's not taking
yeah,
ownership. That's putting the ownership somewhere else. And you don't take you can't control the situation, and so by taking that ownership of like, well, if we just change how we're doing business, we can still do the same amount of business or more. And that's what we've
Yeah.
done every year consistently.
Mm. Man, I absolutely love that, man. I absolutely love that quote. And Peter Levinson, right? Did I got his name right?
Yes,
Man,
sir.
appreciate that, brother. Listen, man, what's the next real goal for you? What are you looking to solve or scale next?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
This year I came back from a trip, and I usually have some decent ideas coming off of trips because I kind of get out of that. You're in the business, you're really working hard in the business, easy to get in the business, but really like when you step out and let things calm down, you give yourself a second to breathe is when you can like see high level overview of like, this is what I want to do. Somebody had mentioned to me that I should make some YouTube videos, and so at the time, this is back in June, I was just posting on Facebook, posting
Yeah.
short reels, stuff like that. And so I came back, made a YouTube video. First video had, 30,000 views or something like that, which I guess is not common for a YouTube video. And so made another. I've grown that. We're just under 25,000 subscribers now within the last 6 months. And so I enjoy doing that. It's very raw. It's very,
Yeah.
it's just, I don't script anything. And that's a lot of fun. And so 2026 it's going to be focused on growing my YouTube and really dialing in my processes for the different businesses that I have currently, and of
Yeah.
course, buying more real estate.
Yeah.
This year is a little bit harder to hold real estate. I didn't hold as much as I wanted. We've got an 11,000 square foot retail building that we bought. We're buying 15,000 square feet of industrial next month. And then I think about 17 or 18 single family deals. And so I'm a little disappointed in the amount of deals that we've held. So 2026, I would like to hold more deals. Unit count doesn't matter to me. None of that matters to me. That what matters is my bottom line. What's my equity position and what is my cash flow? And so that is going to be 2026 focus.
Man, I love it. I love it. I know you talked about, 2025 was the year kind of like growing your team, like, or at least now, at least in 2025, you have a team members of 17. You mentioned your mentor, Peter Levinson. So it sounds like to me, you value relationships. And so briefly, I just want to talk about relationships. Like, what's your view on relationships? Have relationships help you in any type of way, building relationships?
100%. Yeah. I mean, I think that at the end of the day, life is about relationships and experiences, put the money aside, put everything aside. Relationships really the only thing we've got.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It really is, in my opinion, at least,
Yeah.
but we're not keeping any of this other stuff. And so my real estate today is not going to be my real estate forever, but relationships is what matter the most to me. And I would say I try to just add value to every relationship I have. And I don't do that great every time, but that's kind of like
Yeah.
I try and focus on that. And then my buddy Colton is always harping on, and it's something that I picked up that I focus on as well, is that to just leave people better than you found them.
Mm.
So those are my two
Mm.
biggest like takeaways with relationships. But yes, I mean, I wouldn't be where I'm at without them.
Mm. Yeah, add value to your relationships, add value wherever you go. And like your friend Colton said, leave people better than when you found them. Kind of like, right? Man, relationships, you hit the nail on. You said relationships is all we got. I tell people all the time, relationship is real currency. That's the real currency. You build the right relationship, the resources will come. When I say resources, the money, the connections, the partnerships, advice, like relationships is the real currency. And when you
Definitely.
truly want to bring value to the relationship instead of just sucking all the value out, that's everything. And so, man, Cameron, sir, this has been great, man. Listen, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, learn more about what you're doing, collaborate, what's the best way for them to reach out to you, sir?
Yes, sir. So Instagram at
Okay.
the Cam Burke. So the and then CamBurke. They can follow me on YouTube and or on Facebook as well, just under Cameron Burke. And so yeah, that'd be the best route. I post a lot of my wins, my losses, what's working, what's not working on my YouTube. I'm transparent, there's
Yeah.
not everything goes right. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff goes wrong, especially if you do enough volume. And so I just appreciate the opportunity. Thanks for letting me come on here.
No, man, this was fun. I appreciate you taking time out. Thank you for your story. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your perspective. Like this has been really a very valuable podcast episode for our viewers. And so, Cameron, man, thank you for taking time out, man. I appreciate you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome. So listen, y'all heard Cameron. Listen, Cameron gave y'all free game. And I told y'all I jumped. I told y'all this guy was amazing, right? And so you've seen what he's doing, you hear what he's building, you hear the way that he's building it. And so what I need you to do is make sure you are subscribed because we're going to continue to bring amazing people up just like Cameron. So, sir, I thank you again, Cameron. And listen to everyone else. We will see you on the next time.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.